Well, folks, we've actually got some very important news. The Special Prosecutor Jack Smith, the DOJ, they have notched another deal with a former Trump official to cooperate against the former president in their ongoing investigation to determine what happened with his attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Now, this new person that has been offered what's called a proffer deal, a proffer agreement, is Mike Roman, who served as a campaign official for Trump's 2020 reelection campaign, and he was also reportedly involved in the plan to send the fake slates of electors to D.C. so that their votes would count and not the people who are not the ones for Biden who actually won the states. So Mike Roman was involved in that scheme. And now he's inked a deal with the special prosecutor, this proffer deal, to tell them everything he knows, everything he was involved in, everything Trump said, everything Trump did, without fear of that being used against him in court. Because that is what a proffer deal is. Let me read this. The proffer agreement is a written contract between a federal prosecutor and a defendant or a person under criminal investigation. That part's important. Remember that. Where the defendant agrees to provide the prosecutor with useful information, the statements they made will not be used against them in future criminal proceedings. However, when the defendant's testimony does not match their statements, or if the defense lawyer attempts to challenge the evidence that contradicts the defendant's statements, most proffer agreements permit the prosecutor to introduce statements made during plea negotiations. So basically what is happening with these proffer agreements is you agree to cooperate, you're going to tell them everything, you're going to tell them everything you did, and they're not going to use it against you if they end up having to prosecute you too. So it's not a plea deal. It's not them, getting immunity. Because they could still be prosecuted, but they can't be prosecuted for the things that they say in the negotiation. So the proffer deal is not the same as an immunity deal, and it's not the same as a plea deal. And I love the caveat there. It's like, you screw this up, you lie to us one single time, then we use everything you've said and we prosecute the hell out of you. But let's go back to that other part. Proffer agreements are only used on people who are already charged or they're the target of a criminal investigation. So this is not just a witness. This is not just random person who says, hey, I know some information. This is somebody that the Department of Justice was already looking at and potentially going to charge. Like, you were a target of the investigation. And I bring that up because it's not just Mike Roman, because now it is officially being reported that Rudy Giuliani has also signed a proffer agreement. And if that reporting is true, then I think it's lights out for Donald Trump. Giuliani was one of the masterminds behind this scheme, working, of course, with Mark Meadows. Mike Roman, who was also involved in the scheme, is now also working. So we're starting to see all the rats abandon this sinking ship, right? Because they have to, because they're at that point. This investigation, I do feel, is wrapping up very rapidly. Now that they're getting the cooperation, now that they're getting the information, I do think indictments are very close on the horizon. And the more people start cooperating, the more other people will start cooperating, right? Once that first domino falls, they all fall into place after that. And what's going to happen is that the DOJ doesn't need everybody to cooperate. So that's why you will start seeing more and more people, probably high-profile people, maybe even Mark Meadows, start to make these deals. Because they know that there's only a certain amount of deals to be made, right? Like I said, the DOJ doesn't need everybody to cooperate. They just need a few of the big guys who can give us all the little guys and the bigger guys. So there's a limited number of them, and we're going to start seeing these rats tripping over each other to get those last little pieces of cheese that the DOJ is dangling in front of them. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.